You know, when I was first recommended this show, my friend told me the main selling point was diversity. And honestly, I didn't really think that was the main selling point. But when my friend told me one of the creators of Boondocks was behind this project, I was like, you signed me up. But sadly, it was nothing like Boondocks and didn't have the feel or anything like that. The show was bad, but it was good at the same time. Like, it had some good points, had some bad points. It's kind of confusing, to be honest. The show seems like it does not know what it wants to be. Let's see. It has magic and kingdoms, and medieval stuff with mechas, giant robots and future tech, and then it has a random like western feel to it, like a cowboy bebop kind of thing too. But like it doesn't feel like it. I guess you could say it has its own unique identity, but it really doesn't. I don't know how to explain that. For example, when you watch Full Metal Alchemist, the comedy and heart wrenching moments are separated perfectly, and they know when to actually do it, and it actually has an effect on you. But with Cannon Busters, the comedy is kinda off. Like one moment, the main character, Philly the Kid, can be hung up by a hook, and the next moment, Sam is happy lollygagging around, saying,
Hello, I'm Sam.
and speaking of Sam, oh my god, she's basically Elizabeth from the Seven Deadly Sins and Aqua from Konosuba combined together. Like, she is a butter-brained dunce. Like, 1000%. She's just one of those characters that felt off, but also unique. I would say my favorite thing about her, specifically, was her blackout mode. Yes, I'm gonna call her transformation her blackout mode. You want to know why? You know why? You know why? It's because she's a robot. Because technology, they black out and yeah. Okay. Anyways, and also speaking of off characters, the Bee from Sonic and Rock Lee were okay. The robot was kind of normal personality wise. The old man, he was kind of off putting. He was barely in the show, and like he was only in the show for what, like 3 episodes out of like the 12, and they somehow figured out how to stick him at the end of the show. Spoiler alert, I'm sorry, I should have said that before. But like even at the end of the show, like they didn't give a reason as to why he was even there in the first place. I thought that was just strange. But like I said, I started watching the show specifically because of the Boondocks influence, and none of that's there at all in my opinion. And I guess it's a little bit like new, and it sounds like I'm roasting the show, but I'm not. It has lots of flaws, and when I watch isekai anime, and I always tell people, yeah, I'm watching the show because it's entertaining. You could turn your brain off and just watch. That's how this show is. But it's kind of like a scuffed Cowboy Bebop and Space Dandy, but the characters, 90% of the characters or cast of characters are not Asian. That's it. That's what the show is. Like, if you are just looking for pure entertainment, then you'll literally be right at home with Cannon Busters. Okay, since it did sound like I was roasting the show, honestly, I kind of felt like I did. There's a lot of flaws with it, honestly, but let me talk about a lot of the positives. The comedy, when it actually hits, it was funny. Philly the Kid was, I guess, he was kind of unique in his own way, because we're used to seeing like the main protagonist being a nice person, or either having a hard exterior and soft interior. Like their personality is like rough, but they're actually secretly a really nice person. Philly the Kid, he's not that kind of guy. Spoiler alert! Just boom, big spoiler alert there. Throughout most of the show, at the start, he was trying to sell the robots, and then he decided to use the robots for his own gain to kill the prince. So the entire show, he was not a good guy. He was not on their side. He was not their friends. Nothing. He was just trying to use them the entire time. That's Philly the Kid's personality. But I'm guessing because of his backstory and how he grew up, and the fact that he can't really trust anybody, That's the reason why he's like that. So I kind of like that dynamic in the story, to where it sets up his personality as more of a lone wolf who happens to have people with him who can do stuff for him. And by far, episode 8 was my favorite. Specifically, it was very, I want to say it's very well written. That was the episode where the robot chick, you know what, I forgot her name. Hold on, Sam. God damn it! Why do I keep like forgetting that? But anyways, Sam, like, she meets a guy and she wants to make friends and whatnot. That's her programming and everything like that. But this guy, he wants to smash a Rooney. You know what I'm saying? He wants to play some Smash Bros. But his dialect in Ebonics is completely different from hers, and he thinks that she wants to do the do, but through the entire time she's just being friendly and really nice and robot-y. I don't know how to explain that, but anyways, and then you had the dynamic with the little robot. The freaking, I don't remember the little robot's name. God damn it. Casey is her name. I paused the recording of the the video and whatnot, and I decided to just sit here for like 2 minutes trying to figure out the robot's name. All I remember was Turnbuckle, but I'm not gonna call it Turnbuckle. And then I was like, oh, Casey. Yeah, there you go. That's the name. And then I googled it just to make sure afterwards. God dang, I'm such a terrible person. But anyways, episode 8. It was good because we got to see some backstory with Casey, the little tiny robot, and it was actually very depressing in a way, but also it kind of led up to just the ending being normal. It's weird. Like, every episode is I want to say it was episodic, but it really wasn't. It was following a story, but every episode it would slightly lean into some story, but only with the prince and Odin. That's it. Other than that, there was really no story. It was, hey, let's go save the prince. We have Philly the Kid. Now, I don't even know why she picked Philly the Kid, but okay. Anyways, they never really explain why. But anyway, she picked Philly the Kid. Hey, let's go save the prince. They try to save the prince. They save him, but then he gets captured right away. And now for season 2, they have to go capture him again. That's the whole story. There's not really a lot of intricate background knowledge. But for now, we don't really have any knowledge on the show. Like I had more questions than answers. Like Sam, how did she become a cannon buster? Why is she programmed like this? How did she come to be? Who created her, etc. The king's son, the main villain that looks like a rat. Like, how did he get his powers? What does his human form look like? Like, so many questions behind that. Is the king dead? I don't remember. I think I remember him getting jacked up, but I don't remember him dying. The little robot. What significance does the little robot have to do with the story? Odin, I think he's pretty cool, but he's not going to be able to fight anything. Like, you saw him against the robots. He literally got his bahunky whipped. Like, in a one-on-one fight, I think he could probably take one of them on, maybe. But I think he was fighting the ninja chick, and he literally got his butt kicked still. But let's see. There's more. The drunken old man. Who are the 9? Why are they after him? Like, there's so many questions. Where was the old man throughout the whole show? What was he doing? And why did he randomly show up at the end? To help them, maybe? But, like, why? Is he trying to save the prince? Does he have some significance to the prince? Like, there's so many questions and no answers. I hope that season 2 will be the final season and that they will actually answer the questions. Other than that, like, oh god, this went from me bashing the show, me saying things that I like about the show, to me talking about how bad the show is because it doesn't really explain anything properly. That's not good. It went full circle. That's not good. And now I'm just yammering on. But overall, I'm guessing this is a review. It's more of like a complaint video. I don't want to call it that, but I liked it. I was entertained. I had to, you just turn off your brain and watch. But then I didn't really turn off my brain and watch. I had more of an analytical brain while watching. But overall, I guess I was entertained. Sam was weird and a lot dumber than most characters, even though she was programmed to. Philly was a lot he was very unique and different from other main characters that I've seen. Um, the little robot, I liked him because it was more human than anything else. Odin, I liked his character. The prince, I didn't like him. I hope he dies. Oh god, I got to censor that word. And then you remember that? Remember the episode where Philly was hung up by a hook, and it was the mom and the daughter about to skin him. I liked the daughter, and I wanted her to be like a side character. I was like, she has the personality for it. I can see that. And no, she gets blasted by Sam's blackout mode. She just gets one shot. Oh god, this show. Okay, you know what? That's the end of the review. I reply to every single comment. If you have negative or positive comments, please leave them in the comments down below. For now, like, subscribe, and peace.